overview of the Sunday school lesson entitled A Prayer for an Obedient Faith for Sunday, January the 21st, 2018. Babylon seized Jerusalem after the leadership of King Nebuchadnezzar. Babylon made many trips to Judah, which peaked with the fall of Jerusalem and the destruction of Solomon's temple. Solomon's temple was also known as the Holy Temple in ancient Jerusalem. The temple was built by King Solomon. It had been promised by God to King David and was destroyed by King Nebuchadnezzar after it was seized by the Babylonians. The temple was a place used for worship, animal sacrifices, and communal pilgrimages. It was a place where people came together for the united purpose of moral or spiritual support and encouragement. The prophet Jeremiah warned the people for years about Judah's impending doom, but they probably didn't take the warnings very seriously. When people tried to fight back to try to protect themselves, many of them were killed. Those who escaped were placed in slave camps and transported into exile in Babylon. Part of the plan in conquering nations like Judah was to find individuals who showed extraordinary ability or potential to learn easily and be assimilated to the Babylonian culture quickly. Daniel and his three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were successful in making a good impression on the king, as we learned in previous Sunday school lessons. Throughout Daniel's stay in Babylon, he showed sincere faith in God and courage in trying to keep his faith intact. As the end of the Jerusalem captivity drew near, after approximately 70 years, Daniel felt the need to offer a prayer to God to give him recognition, confess sins, and ask for forgiveness. He had confidence and faith to know that God had always been there for him. In his prayer, Daniel acknowledged the people's ungodly behavior, whatever it was. We can imagine that some of their behavior included idolatry and adultery. They ignored warnings from the prophets concerning the consequences of their actions. Also, the kings, princes, ancestors felt regretful over their sins against God. Daniel took the time to pray, even in the midst of possible danger to his life. We all go through things and experience people's evilness and hatred in one way or another. As believers, we should pray through our obstacles because our faith is constantly being tested. We at CNC made a list of reasons to pray, and here are some of them. To communicate with God, have a relationship with God because we need help, show praise to God, show or practice our faith, to repent, to show respect, express gratitude for all of our blessings, just because we feel lonely, ask for forgiveness, and to pray for others. Our challenge as believers is to not contribute to the evilness or hate in the world by our words and actions, but to try to show love, especially to those who give us a hard time. It's our responsibility as believers and humans to learn and understand who we are and whose we are, and reflect that in our thoughts, words, and actions.